You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. Let's get into the point of the video. Yes, we are in a hotel room. I'm traveling from my full-time job right now, and I still wanted to put content out there. I did pre-record some content that I was going to edit and post, but I didn't like the video. So I trashed all of it, and here we are making this video now. Now stick around, because at the end of the video, I do have somewhat of a call to action, especially for my subscribers, especially for those who track the channel. Stick around, watch the video, but let's get into it now. This is such a weird format for me. Okay, I'm in a freaking hotel room. So here's why you will stay broke, especially as a woodworker. Here is why you will stay broke and not make any money. Or better yet, let's do it like this. Here is how you can start making money in the upcoming months. Number one, you have got to start planning right now what you're going to do in the upcoming months as far as making things that will sell. The way to do that is to look at the seasons that are coming up, as well as the things that sell within those seasons. So we have fall coming up. Hopefully to God, we will have some cooler weather. So think about what people do in the fall season. So I will be putting out a fall project sale. I will be putting out a fall projects that sell video again, but I want to add some new content into it. One go-to thing for me is charcuterie boards. Everybody likes to gather in the fall, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. We have October when it really starts to cool down and get that crisp fall air. People like to gather and be around other people in the fall. So think about what you could build to help accommodate those people's taste during that area. Charcuterie boards, serving trays, table centerpieces, things like that. Start churning that brain, getting those brain juices flowing, and think, you know, what could I build to accommodate people in this season? What can I build that would actually make something that they want specifically for this season? The way you do that, you look at the seasons that are coming up months in advance, and you start preparing them. You don't want to be one of those people that see these things selling on Facebook Marketplace like crazy, and then that's when you decide to jump into the market. Try to figure out as best as you can what you can build to start posting now that will make that market that other people are hustling to catch up, to sell, to try to sell. You've got to start planning. If you don't start planning and being intentional about planning and how you're going to make money, you're not going to make money. 1 + 1 = 2. Not planning plus winging it equals broke. So you have got to start planning. That's how you see the things that, like Matthew Peach, he makes these things that people start selling and they sell like crazy. But if you notice, they're seasonal type things. Planter boxes, they're excellent for spring. The hatchet board that I made, I did it kind of out of season, but that would be an excellent Father's Day season type of gift. So look at the seasons, really try to evaluate what can I do now that would accommodate people to enjoy this upcoming season. Christmas is real easy. It's a real good season for woodworkers, but everything kind of slacks off in January, February, March. So you even got to look then, what can I do to start accommodating that? So while you're in a sale rush for one season, you need to be looking at the next season or upcoming holidays and start planning and prepping for those areas, because you still want to make money. You don't have to make millions, but some kind of money is very helpful. Okay, so you have a plan, hopefully, or you have an idea in your mind, something you want to build. What do you do now? Now you need to start sourcing the material. We all know material prices fluctuate so much. Don't wait for material to go cheaper, and you also don't want to wait in case there's a material shortage in the future. You know what you want to build. You need to start sourcing the material, pricing it, figuring out how you can make it not cheaper quality, but cheaper expense. As little expense as possible. The only way you're going to be able to cut your expenses is if you start planning ahead of time and start trying to source materials ahead of time. Once you get into the rush, you're not going to be taking time to figure out which deal is best where, which wood can I buy where for cheaper. Let me get out of the sun. The sun's getting in my eyes now. Let me turn you. I keep a clean hotel room while I'm traveling. The bed's made every day. The pillows are fluffed every day. My own self. I don't rely on housekeeping. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Sourcing material. It's happened to me a lot. I would go source material, or I'll have something that's selling like crazy. I don't take the time to try to figure out where I can get a better price on material, and I wind up spending more money than what I should. That's money out of my pocket. The benefit of sourcing material early is you tend to look for the better deal, save more money, therefore making more money. A penny saved is a penny earned. So you got your plan, start drawing it out, but start sourcing material, start shopping around. That could be hardware, that could be lumber, especially if you have options with hardwood dealers in your area, plus big box stores. That could be threaded screw inserts, hinges, whatever you come up with. There's things other than lumber that'll be involved in that for the most part. It could even be paper tags that you could put on the thing itself. Whenever I make charcuterie boards, we have a nice paper tag that looks a little rustic. Sourcing that paper ahead of time will save you money. So just keep in mind, as you're getting ready for the upcoming season, once you have your plan, you need to start sourcing the material. If you have the money set aside, go ahead and buy some of the material. Go ahead and buy some of the. Go ahead and buy some of the material to at least build one or two of the things. Whatever you come up with, or whatever we come up with together, I don't want to ruin the ending. We're going to hold up on that. The next thing you want to do is test the market. You don't want to come up with this nice thing that is nice in your head. It might not be that desirable to other people. You need to test the market to the best of your ability. There's a way to do that. Make one product or two products. Don't make a lot. You want to test the market first, so make it. Then reach out to friends, family members, and acquaintances and see if they'd be interested in buying it at this specific price point. If they show interest in the item, then there's going to be interest in buying it. If they show interest in the item and they like the price point, you nailed it on the head. You could even charge a little bit more. If they say it's too expensive, you really need to gauge the type of person that you're asking. There's people that I know that think things are too expensive, but they also buy cheap quality stuff. They're always looking for a deal or shopping at dollar stores. So you really want to gauge the person on if they're interested in the item rather than putting much stock in if they're blown away or put off by the price. When you take someone's opinion into account about price, you need to evaluate the type of person that you're asking, but you always should take into account how much interest you have in an item. If you ask 5 people and 5 out of the 5 people, I really wouldn't know what to do with it, or they let you down easy, then you don't really have a good item. It's time to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, you spend a little bit of money to build it, to source the material. Every business takes risks. You might be doing it as a hobby woodworker, but you still want to make money, so there's a little bit of a business aspect to it. Every business takes risks, right? Part of securing the materials and building the prototype is an absorbed risk. But you've got to have something to show people in order to test the market. If 5 or 10 out of 10 people, or 9 out of 10 people show interest in what you've built, then you've got a good item. It's time to start listing it on Facebook or Instagram or wherever your social media is. And don't list it on Facebook Marketplace immediately. Once you've tested the market and there's interest in your product, you want to list it in a local group chat if you're going to use Facebook for your platform. I've sold more things on local group chats than I have anywhere else, and for better prices. Pretty much name your price on a group chat. If you're going to Facebook Marketplace, people are going to ask for a better deal than what you're offering, even though it's worth every penny that you're asking. I hope you made a good thing and it's worth every penny. That's me having trust and faith in you that you're putting out a good thing. If you're just screwing a bunch of crap together and you're asking $500 or $600, you're a little bit out of your mind. You need to be checked, but the market will check you. So throw your stuff up on a local group chat. Take good staged pictures. That's the next thing. Take good staged pictures and start pushing your stuff out there. If you've tested the market and it's good, take really nice pictures, start putting it on local group chats, and just every week you're throwing your stuff up there. You want to really get these people thinking about what's coming up, really make people tired of seeing your stuff. So that whenever they think about, I got this gathering coming up or this or that, they will think automatically of what you've been crap posting all over the place. You'll become a household name in your area. That happens to us every year now. We don't even really post much anymore, but every year we have people contacting us wanting specific things that they've seen us make in the past because we posted them and reposted them. People shared them so much. that we become a household name in our local area for these specific items. Clear as mud? You got it? Look, you got it. The point is, don't sit around waiting on the next video of somebody that comes up with something themselves that they say sells in their area. I've made a couple of these things that some of these YouTubers are saying sell like crazy, and guess what? I got stuck with a couple things. I spent a lot of time, a good chunk of money, thinking that, oh, these things are going to sell like crazy, and they didn't sell at all. That's the beauty of testing the market. When I post something that sells, I do test the market. And a lot of you have emailed and say that you're selling the heck out of them. A lot of you are selling way more than I actually have. You're having better luck with my stuff than I did. And congrats to you, I'm glad about that. Not everything works in every market. Don't sit around and wait for somebody else to come up with a good thing that will sell in your area. You need to start planning that now. If you don't, somebody else is going to come up with something that's going to take off. And by the time you get around to seeing it or taking notice of it and then figuring out how to build it, the trend has already passed. Farmhouse tables don't sell in my area anymore, or they don't sell for the price that I'm going to build it for. But trends come and go. You want to be one of the ones that come up with the next trend. I gave you a beautiful brain. Put that sucker to use. Don't be sitting around doing nothing, just being entertained. Let's start getting those juices flowing. Come up with a product, build a prototype, test the market. If it passes, take good stage pictures, start putting it on group chats along with the price. If it doesn't pass the testing of the market, scrap it, come up with something else. Now you have something that you can keep at your house that you obviously do have some interest in because you actually came up with the idea of making it. I have a closet. I have about 10 beechwood / cherry wood cutting boards and combination wood that are in my closet for a year and a half now. Nobody showed interest in them, and I built too many. I can't even give them away. The market spoke, they didn't like it, so now I have, if you need to cut something, you come to my house, I got the board, you can cut it on. And I don't expect you to pay for it because nobody's bought one. That's just how it goes sometimes. So I need your help with something. I don't want to put out another video of just charcuterie boards or something that I did last year. Let me know in the comments what works in your area that has sold well for you, especially in this upcoming fall and Christmas season. Comment below what sold for you. Email me some pictures of what sold. Also, if you've been emailing me lately, I have been getting your emails. I've been reading every one of them. I can't respond to all of them because there are so many. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. Know that I'm reading them. I'm blown away by the number that I'm getting, and I'm just super busy. As you can tell, I'm by myself in a hotel room. I've been out of the house for a week and a half now on a business trip. But let's digress. Comment below what has sold well for you for this upcoming season, and let's see if we can get some ideas out there for other people to use that are either new to woodworking or they haven't had much luck in the past. In one of the upcoming videos, I will post those things. I will post the pictures that you send. I will post, hopefully I can come up with some measurements. If you want to send me a picture, it'd be awesome if you sent me the measurements and the type of material that you use, how many sold, how much they sold for, what area you're in. That'll help me to kind of evaluate what I should post and what I shouldn't. I'm not just going to throw everything out there that everybody says. Somebody might say something like a freaking shoebox. Shoeboxes ain't going to sell. I got charcuterie boards covered. I got a couple other things in mind, but comment below what works for you in your area. Right now, I am going to go find something to eat. I'm in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. I was in LaPorte, Indiana last week. But I'm ready to get home, ready to get into my shop. I have a loaded schedule that I came up with all this free time. I came up with 48 videos. I actually planned. I'm not being a hypocrite. I actually started planning content for the YouTube channel. If you're wondering why it kind of flounders, I've never planned content. I've never planned a video in advance. So, super cool. I dropped the phone. I'm back on my phone. So, a lot of content coming up. I have, like I said, 48 videos and counting. One of the videos is going to set a Guinness World Record. I've already researched to see if there's a record for it, and there's not. So you're looking at a future Guinness World Record holder. Doesn't really mean that much looking at some of the records that are established, but this will be a good one, and it'll be entertaining. I guarantee it. Lots of changes coming to the channel. So like and subscribe, keep up with the channel. We have some content that's going to help everybody out. Stay tuned. I will catch you on the next one.